they pronounced me dead. I could feel the release coming. And I remember when I shut my eyes, I was suddenly out of my body. And the doctors ran flatline. But found myself in darkness. And so I thought, did I die? And then I thought, well, what is this darkness? And I felt the most incredible evil, like demonic evil, and like invisible eyes looking at me. And in the darkness, I heard voices saying, shut up. You deserve to be here. You're in hell. I'm going, hell? I don't believe in hell. The next minute, pure white light comes through the darkness and touches me, and I get taken out into this tunnel of radiant light. As I move through this tunnel of light, I feel incredible comfort and peace and joy. It's as though the light has got a living emotion. And I thought, am I actually out of my body? In the darkness, I couldn't see my hand. It went straight through my face. Perhaps in this light, I can see my hand. I turned my head, and I saw my arm and my hand transparent, like a spiritual being of light. That's bizarre. You are here. You are alive, but you have no physical form. I came out of this tunnel of light into this radiance, and I could see it. It seemed like the center of the universe, all the stars and galaxies, and everything must come from this light. I thought, what is it? And in the middle of the light, I heard this voice, and he said, Ian, do you wish to return? I thought, how did he know my name? And I looked back, and I could see the darkness. I thought, have I died? Have I left my body? I said, well, if I'm out of my body, I wish to return. I'm very young, you know what I mean? I was 26 years of age. He said, and if you return, you must see in a new light. I said, well, are you the true light? Because I'd heard people say, enlightened and all different words from all different philosophies. And I thought, are you the true light? And he said, Ian, God is light. And in him there is no darkness at all. 1 John 1:5. I had never read a Bible, but I found out later the words he was speaking were straight out of the Bible. God is light. I said, God, could I step through this light and see you face to face? Because if I can see you, I can put a name to God. You can tell me the meaning and truth to life. So I walked into this cloud of incredible radiance, and standing in the center of the light was Jesus. But nothing like I'd ever seen. Churches, they have him like this, dead, you know what I mean? Or they have a ring around his head or something. But here's Jesus, radiant, his face, pure light coming out of his face. Here, white as can be, hands outstretched, radiant light coming out of his hands, where man, of course, when they crucified him, put huge spikes through it. He's clothed in garments of light, and purity and holiness is pouring off his face. Jesus then stepped aside, and with his hand, he showed me directly behind him was the continuation of the tunnel. As I looked through where Jesus had been standing, here is a new planet, a totally new earth. Well, religion had paintings where they got people on white sheets, on clouds, playing harps, fat little babies with wings out there, you know what I mean? I'm standing there looking at fields, crystal clear river, trees, mountains, and the Lord said, new earth. I've created a new earth, a new heaven. I was amazed. I knew I was home. I said, why wasn't I born here? You know what I mean? I knew I was home. Jesus then came back in front of me and he said, do you wish to remain here or do you wish to return? I said, well, I stay here. This is paradise. It's phenomenal. I have no one to return for, no one I love. And so I thought, I'll look behind me and say, goodbye. You know what I mean? Cruel world. As I looked back, I saw a vision of my mother. And this is the woman who had been praying for me. My mother was the only Christian. So I said, God, I want to go back for her. I don't know how I came here, but I will come back again. I want to go back and tell my mother, there is a heaven, there is a hell, and there is a risen Savior. Everything she tried to tell me is true. I had not believed her. I thought religion was for old ladies, you know what I mean? I'll go back. How do I go back? He said, tilt your head. Open your eye and see. As he spoke, I was back in my body in a morgue. They had moved my body. It had died in the A&E. I had now found myself on a slab with a doctor with a scalpel pricking my foot like a dead piece of meat. As I opened my eye, this poor doctor went through the ceiling.
You must have been terrified then.
Oh, I was as terrified as he was. Because for me, was this real? You know what I mean? All that I saw, was that real? And the doctor said, you've been dead for over 15 minutes, nearly 20 minutes. So I said, God, if I've seen you, can you please heal my body? I feel nothing. I'm paralyzed from the neck down. If I've been dead that long, I will never be able to walk again. I'll be on a machine. as I lay there, the power of God went through me, and I walked out of the hospital the next day completely healed.